Probably about 5 years old, 5 or 6, at the school.
That time.
I'll tell you, we used to put our skates on under our desk for a 15-minute recess, and those skates would be on, and we'd go out on the ice for 15 minutes. And we did that morning and afternoon, both recesses. So, well, we at Warren we weren't too organized until about 13 years of age, and my uncle Bruce Hogg Sr. got us kids organized. We played Bantam B. It was our first real team, and I had 5 cousins on that team, 5 first cousins. And we won that year. We won the provincial Bantam B championship for Manitoba.
That was out of Warren?
Out of Warren, yes. Well, actually, I started playing defense. I played defense up until midget, and even juvenile. And I don't know, somebody thought that I'd be a better winger than a defenseman, and I played all my junior as a winger. Well, yeah, I guess some good things. The good things with an open air rink was you could jump over the boards anytime you wanted and play all day. There were no closed doors, and but we were lots of frozen feet and frozen fingers. And I can recall going home after a day on the outdoor rink with frozen feet, and I'd cry while they thawed out. My mother would put a log on the old wood stove. So, yeah. Well, we had hand-me-downs. It was all hand-me-downs. You never had any new equipment like they have now. Even our skates were hand-me-downs, and you'd get them from your brother, usually. And no, the equipment wasn't good. We had the old wooden stick shin pads, if you can recall them, and sometimes they'd be half broken. But we didn't care. Nobody had anything. We thought that was good. There just wasn't any good equipment around those days. Yes. Well, I mentioned earlier, Mr. Bruce Hogg Sr. was the one, the man that got us going, and then I had. At 15, I moved into the city. They convinced my dad that the boys should get to the city to play better hockey. And so my parents rented a house on Sherburne Street near Orioles Community Club. And the first coach I had at Orioles was a man by the name of Ted Hesselwood. And he was a good coach, and I had Jimmy Young, juvenile, and midget was... can't recall a midget coach, and then there was the Irvin family, Jim Irvin, and they were related to the Montreal Irvins too, Alec and Jim Irvin. Oh yes, in fact we meet around Christmas time in the old Orioles group, and most of them now I've lost touch with, but that was where I first played in the city, was Orioles Community Club, and that was Bantam A, 15 years old. Well, there were some in those days. You had some kids. I know out at Warren there was a kid from Stonewall there, Monkman. He was just one of the best hockey players in Manitoba, but he wasn't. He was small, eh? Another kid in Bantam that was one of the top hockey players in Manitoba was a fellow by the name of Brian Parker, and he played out at Treehorn, and he was just a fabulous player, eh? But he was small, and as you got further on into junior, they seemed to fall, and you'd gain new friends or new players that you knew. Well, I remember when I was 15 years old playing against Orioles, I fought a guy by the name of Wayne Larkin, and he played with the Weston team. And I was just a country kid, and so I got into this fight with Larkin, and I held my own, but I don't think I won the fight. he was a tough kid, and he grew up on the streets of Weston, and he knew how to fight. So I had to work to hold my own with him. And as we go on later, we ended up playing together and good friends. Well, we played in the old Olympic rink when I was 16 in midget and juvenile, and the strong teams were the Excelsiors and Weston and the junior Canadians, and we were always about middle of the pack. I played with the Winnipeg Baron organization, and I can recall the first year of junior with the Winnipeg Barons, we won 7 games. We got the hell beat out of us, eh? And I can recall many times going home and crawling up to my bedroom upstairs, and you never got any. There was, if you had a Charlie horse, you probably put heat on it instead of ice, that kind of thing in those days.